On that note, we'll move on to our next quick fire, and this has to do with Pastor Paul Enenche and his wife, Dr. Becky, who have urged single men to marry their age mates, especially men in their 40s. Meanwhile, social commentator Reno Mockery has urged men not to marry their age mates, strongly advising them to marry women 10 to 15 years younger. Men who marry their age mates, he claims, might not enjoy intercourse as they reach menopausal age together, thereby putting them at risk of developing prostate cancer.
Wow, that escalated.
So are you going with the clergyman and his wife, or do you agree with Reno Mockery? Tell me, what are your thoughts? We have a video that we're going to show right now, and then after that, we banter over this.
Man has clocked 40, maybe he's even getting to 50. He has passed 57. And then they say marry. And he's going and carrying his 2 legs and looking for 16-year-old girl. 18-year-old girl. 20-years-old girl. Mind yourself.
Wait a minute. Those that are 40-something like yourself, who are you living there for?
I wonder. Go for your age mates.
Nothing is as annoying as that.
Very annoying.
Very annoying.
You see somebody quarter to 50. He said, praise the Lord. I have finally found a wife to marry.
Let me tell you a story. One man came and he said he wants to marry. And he said the person he wants to marry must be a virgin. Wait a minute. So I told him, I said, are you a virgin yourself? He said no. I said, okay. The person that you slept with, you had immorality with, that you did not marry, who will marry that one?
Oh-ho!
You understand? So why do we do unequal things? You are not. You are not. And this is what you are insisting. You are a full mancello. 45. It's time to marry. You are looking for under 20. 21. Haba now. The people in your vicinity, who are you leaving them for? You were in school together. You grew up together. They are not married and you are happy. The young boys of 21 leave the children for them to marry.
I wonder, competing with the young boys, so that they can easily tell the boy, you don't have car, you don't have house, I know they marry. Because one man that already has those things is coming their way. Why now?
I forgot to tell you that the person that was insisting that he must marry a virgin was married before.
Okay, that has to be hands down one of the funniest videos I've seen. The word mancello.
Oh, wow.
That's a new one.
Mancello.
Oh, mancello.
But from what he said, yeah. Do you guys agree on... It's so funny. I don't even know what to say or where to start.
Yeah, I like them young, Sha. So wait, hold on, seriously.
Who are you going to leave them for?
Leave who for the what?
Them.
The older one.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the older women, right? But a lot of them are cuckoo. A lot of them have gone through so much in life that the way they act is just, you see the younger ones, they just want to have fun and make you feel young again, rejuvenated and all. So I like them young. I don't know what she's talking about.
So are you a mancello?
No,
yes. All right. You're definitely a mancello from what you're talking about. So Frank, what are your thoughts about what Pastor Paul Enenche says?
Well, I think that's his opinion, but the thing is, you see, the thing about marriage is not about age or anything. You can still see a very mad partner that is young. You can see a very good partner that is older, that is close to your age. It's not about all that. See, nobody has ever figured out what marriage is. Marriage, someone defined marriage as giving someone the power to destroy you and hoping that they don't use it.
Do that. Wow.
Love and marriage. Giving somebody the power to destroy you. Because no matter how successful you are, look at Jeff Bezos now. I mean, they could divorce Jeff Bezos and the richest man in the world and who's this other guy?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. That's why my man Elon says, I'm going to keep her single and have 10 children. I don't give a damn. So the thing is, there is no parameter you could use to know who. There's no demographics. There's no tribe. There's no religion that you could use and say, okay,
this is how it's going to work.
Yes, I want a young girl who's between the ages of 20, 25 that is Muslim, that is from the middle belt, that, you know, her parents weren't divorced, that this, you go and go and go. If that thing is not right, it will still crash. So it's not about age, you understand? It's not about age. But of course, we know that when people grow older, I mean, it looks like marriage is just slipping you by. But some people that are above the age of 40, 35, 40, some ladies, they still get married. And they get married and their marriages even outlast the people that went for young ones. So nobody can really, you know, tell. Marriage is not like physics where you have laws and formula. It's just, hey.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Gang, what's your submission on what Pastor Paul
It's the video, like you said, is hilarious. I'm surprised that's what the church has come to. It's a different kind of gospel.
No, but church is being run by human beings. And human beings have their own opinions, no matter how weird it may sound.
I agree, but you know, some people are so gullible that they take certain things,
and that's their fault,
as they receive it, and
so
they now feel that
what do you think is wrong with what was said?
Now, what I think is wrong here is that, very similar to what Frank said, age is just nothing but a number as long as you're an adult and you're mature and there's consent and that mutual agreement. But at the same time, you have to ask yourself some questions. Virgin or not a virgin? For a woman to get to the age, they put this on 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
So they're putting that on us. Thank God all of us here are you know, are taken or have been taken. But
what was he talking about?
but just check this out.
Okay.
A woman that has not been married and gets to the age of 40, how does society see her?
Okay. But do you know that as a 40-year-old man in today's world, it's also equally difficult for you to find a woman who's willing to, be in a relationship with you?
No.
And wait.
Okay.
Let's say a 40-year-old that is divorced with children.
Oh.
It puts this person in a box whereby
he has a point.
It's difficult for you. You meet someone that you guys connect, everything is all good, but you see that question mark about the fact that you were formerly married and you have kids by that person.
That's also a factor.
That's also a factor.
It's a factor, but you're a man. The way society looks at it, the older man marries the younger woman, give or take the age gap.
Like you said, who made the rules?
Yes, but then at the same time, just imagine a set of women coming to this place now. They've never been married and they're 40. You now be wondering, what have they done with their lives to this extent that marriage was never on the table? And now they decide to get married?
But
So it's hard. It's easy. Let me tell you the funny thing. It's easy to say, go for your mate. When we were younger, our mates didn't want us. They wanted older men.
Thank you. That was what I wanted to go to.
They didn't want us. They wanted older men. Now that we're older, they're not saying, and they finish with the older men.
What are you
They
leaving
now
them
come
for?
back. They now come back to us.
But in terms of maturity, everybody knows that the girl that is the same age as you is more mature.
Yeah.
Is more mature than the guy.
Yeah.
That's why some ladies prefer older men.
Yeah.
Because they are in the bandwidth of their experience, maybe intelligence, because, but, that being said, there's no formula to all this.
Yeah.
You might end up, let me tell you something. A gay couple might have a longer marriage than
A straight
couple.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
How
does that formula come to play? Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It shows you that
There's no formula.
there's no formula.
There's no formula.
What you do is just, throw your dice and see if you end with something. Anything you end up with, try and make it work. If it gets to the point that it doesn't work, try again. Then you know what? Just say, it's not serious. Society imposes marriage on people, especially women. It's not supposed to be so.
I have a theory on what you just said. I feel that over time, over the years, over history, marriage had to be a thing because without marriage, without certain rules, the world would be chaotic. Women actually are very powerful.
Oh.
And imagine a world whereby they don't see being married as a thing.
As a thing, right?
They have the option to, choose today Mouse, tomorrow Frank, next tomorrow Gang. Hopefully they choose me. Imagine a society like that. Men would lose total control of everything. And like they say, you know, a world without rules is absolute chaos. So I think marriage is for control. I don't think it's very realistic. I don't think it's very realistic. I think it's for control, it's for balance, and it's for definition in a society.
All right, here's one theory that may be controversial.
Okay.
Tell me one advantage of marriage to men that a single man can't have.
Gang, do you want to answer that?
He's talking to you.
Yeah. Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, Gang, answer.
Yeah.
That a single man can't have?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me one advantage of marriage to a man. I'm not talking about a woman, to a man.
Companionship?
Exactly. Nope, I can get companionship. A single man, as a matter of fact, can get the best of companionship.
What about your children?
Anywhere. What about your children?
Yeah.
In terms of a happy home and everything.
No, in terms of having kids.
Having kids, you can have baby mamas.
Without being married.
Can have baby mamas.
Yeah.
Next.
Baby mamas out of wedlock. Well,
No, excuse me. What about marriages that hit the rocks? That's out of marriage too.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that is more heartbreaking than baby, because when the child comes in, when the child is giving birth to, you'll be like, that is always going on. That is always going on. He's used to it.
Yeah.
But you give...
What if a man marries, for the men that marry like richer women or marry for resources, they have an advantage there now.
What advantage is that?
That marry higher class women.
Marry up.
Like some men marry into wealth.
Yeah, but
then you'll be a footstool forever now.
Exactly.
You can't say anything. As a matter of fact, your wife will shut you up at family meetings because it's her father's money that is feeding you, and that, of course, will cause the power dynamics to change. Please, tell me. Nobody?
Political positions. There's some political positions you can't attain if you're not married.
You know what? On this, I'm on.
I know where Frank.
I know what Frank is talking about. I'm on the
Frank
same
is
team
I'm
with
just
Frank
thinking.
right
I'm trying to think outside the box.
Okay, yeah. No, I like
things.
it. I like it because you are.
Because he has challenged me, and I'm thinking he's right, but I'm trying to think if there's anything. I'm coming from different angles.
Let me tell you something.
Anything?
Let me tell you what political position must you be married to get?
Can you be president without being married?
How many people can be president?
Frank
Since
can be president.
Since Nigeria came into existence, let me tell you something. I can't be president. You know what? Since I was born, my president has always been older than me. I'm going to be 53 this year. So what chances? What are the odds that I will be president? So president is out. So tell me.
Governor?
You mustn't be married. You must not be married
you have to
be my governor of Akwa Ibom State. If I'm not mistaken, I hope I'm not saying, but I think his wife passed.
Yeah, he's a widower.
He's governor.
Yeah, but he was. He tasted.
But he was married.
All right,
before.
guys, let's hold that thought. We'll take a quick break, and then
You guys can't tell me.
We'll continue with the conversation. It is still the Black Tip, the Ultimate Men's Guide. We'll see you shortly.